Most dangerous tourist destinations. Danger is not the opposite of tourism. In some cases, it's the reason it exists. Every year, millions of people travel not just toward comfort, but toward uncertainty. Unpredictable environments, unstable conditions, uncontrolled variables. And yet, these places remain in demand, not because people ignore the risks, but because they underestimate what those risks actually are. Today, we're not just looking at dangerous destinations, we're breaking down what makes them dangerous, why people still go there, and how risk is actually managed, because in high-level travel, the difference isn't where you go. It's how well you understand the environment you're entering. Number 1, Death Valley. At first glance, it looks empty, quiet, but that's the illusion. Death Valley is one of the hottest places on Earth. Temperatures can exceed 120 degrees Fahrenheit, which changes everything. Because heat is not just discomfort, it's a system failure. Dehydration accelerates rapidly. Equipment fails. Vehículos ubayet. And the danger here is not sudden. It's progressive, which makes it harder to detect. Tourists still come because the landscape is unique. But the real risk is underestimating how quickly conditions escalate. Number 2, Rio de Janeiro. Some risks are environmental, others are structural. In Rio de Janeiro, beauty and risk exist side by side. Tourism thrives, but so does inequality. And where those two intersect, unpredictability increases. The danger here isn't constant. It's situational, location-dependent, time-dependent, behavior-dependent, which makes it harder to quantify because most visitors experience none of it until they do. Number 3, Mount Everest. This is not a tourist destination in the traditional sense, but it attracts thousands every year. Mount Everest represents a different type of risk. Self-imposed, extreme altitude, low oxygen, unpredictable weather, physical limits. But here, the danger isn't hidden. It's known, which creates a different dynamic. People prepare, train, invest, and still, the margin for error remains small. Because ambition doesn't reduce risk. It just makes it acceptable. Number 4, Chernobyl Exclusion Zone. Some places are dangerous because of what happened there. Chernobyl Exclusion Zone is one of them. Radiation levels have decreased over time, but the environment remains controlled, restricted, managed, and yet it attracts tourists. Not for comfort, but for perspective. Because danger in this case is tied to memory. A reminder of what can go wrong at scale. Number 5, Devil's Pool. Sometimes danger is visible. You can see it, hear it, feel it, and still, people move closer. Devil's Pool sits right at the edge of one of the largest waterfalls on Earth. No video, just a natural rock formation holding you back. For most of the year, it's inaccessible. But during specific conditions, it opens. Controlled, guided, and that's the key. Because the danger isn't removed. It's managed. Number 6, Danakil Depression. There are places on Earth where the environment itself feels incompatible with life. This is one of them. The Danakil Depression is one of the hottest, lowest, and most geologically active regions on the planet. Temperatures remain extreme. Toxic gases escape from the ground. The landscape appears almost synthetic, bright yellows, greens, and oranges formed by minerals and chemical reactions. But what makes this place dangerous is not just the heat. It's the combination of factors: isolation, volcanic activity, air quality, lack of infrastructure. This is not a place you casually visit. It requires guides, preparation, logistics, because here, nature is not passive. It is actively hostile. Number 7, Afghanistan. Some risks are not environmental. They are geopolitical. In Afghanistan, the danger is not tied to a single location, but to instability. Life continues. Communities function. But underlying conditions remain unpredictable. For tourism professionals, this introduces a different category of risk. Not something you can prepare for physically, but something that requires real-time intelligence, local expertise, and constant reassessment, because in environments like this, conditions can change faster than plans. Number 8, Ilha da Queimada Grande. Some places are dangerous, and then there are places that are completely off limits. Ilha da Queimada Grande is one of the most restricted islands in the world. It's home to a high concentration of venomous snakes, including species found nowhere else. Access is prohibited, not discouraged. Prohibited. And that's the key distinction because here, the risk is not meant to be managed. It's meant to be avoided entirely, which highlights an important principle. Not every destination is meant to become a destination. Number 9. Kawa-Ijen. Some dangers are invisible. You don't feel them immediately. You don't see them clearly, but they accumulate. In Kawa-Ijen, tourists come to witness something extraordinary. Electric blue flames burning in the dark. But behind that spectacle is something else. Toxic gas. Sulfur emissions that affect both visitors and local workers. Miners carry heavy loads, often with minimal protection. Exposed daily to conditions most visitors experience for minutes. This is where danger intersects with reality, because the experience is not just visual, it's human. Number 10. North Sentinel Island. And finally we arrive at a place that represents a different kind of boundary. Not environmental, not economic, but ethical. North Sentinel Island is inhabited by one of the most isolated human populations on Earth. Contact is not allowed, not recommended, not negotiated, prohibited, not for tourism, not for curiosity, not for exploration, because some places are not meant to be accessed. They are meant to remain undisturbed and understanding that is part of responsible travel. At the highest level of travel, the goal is not to avoid risk completely, because that's not possible. The goal is to understand it, to prepare for it, to manage it, because the same destination can be safe for one person and dangerous for another. The difference is knowledge, planning, and respect for the environment. So the real question isn't which places are dangerous. It's, do you understand the risks well enough to go there? Travel smarter. Understand deeper. Move with awareness.